This week.
From Friday to Sunday this past weekend, we held the virtual 2020 GameCat meetup, and it was great hanging out with all of you. We kicked off the events with an AMA on our Discord Friday, but things didn't really heat up until we all met up in Rec Room on Saturday. And the custom rooms that were built by Just Incredible, Livinator, and Creeper Betty made the event feel really, really special. Then of course we followed it up with a huge multiplayer session of D-Day and went back to Rec Room on Sunday for hours of dodgeball, haunted houses, and Rec Royale. Transported to a surreal realm between the real world and the afterlife, you awaken to discover you've been trapped in this mystical spirit world. You'll come to learn that your only path home leads to an ancient and abandoned great wheel. Along the way, you and your unlikely companions will encounter a land of beauty, mystery, and life. Only by restoring the world's balance can you return to the life you left behind. Despite developer CoinFlip Studios not wanting to let anyone know if or when their game is coming out, it does seem like sources are pointing to an October 30th launch for their wave slasher Ninja Legends. Expect 18 levels, 4 difficulty modes, 6 ninja weapons, boss battles, and daily challenges. If the absence of new PSVR horror games this October is crushing your soul like it is mine, Resolution Games has an update for Angry Birds VR that'll help you get back into the Halloween spirit. We already got the spooky update last year, but this year they added 13 more levels to the update, all for free. A new free Horde mode is coming to Swordsman very soon, possibly in time for Halloween. The Horde mode is a medieval, action horror, wave-based zombie survival mode where you can earn gold and skill points for each wave survived. Sin Studio is currently experimenting with higher enemy counts to allow the player to be swarmed by zombies in later stages, adding tension to the already terrifying atmosphere. The mode will feature a new, unique map dedicated to it, but this mode could potentially see new maps in the future with different enemy types, say like an Egyptian tomb with undead mummies. In preparation for The Mandalorian Season 2, Star Wars Squadrons has a new supply drop featuring 8 new cosmetics to unlock, each faction receiving 1 hologram, 1 decal, 1 dashboard flare, and 1 hanging flare. The drop hits on the 28th, so be prepared. Sin Studios' newest game Swordsman VR is doing great, but their last PSVR game Warzone never should have been released at all. Not only was multiplayer stripped out, but the single player mode was practically unplayable due to horrendous AI and spawn points. Sin Studio, with their new positive reputation, knows this, and in a move I don't think we've ever seen before, has decided to delist the game from the PlayStation Store. Beat Saber continues to be one of our favorite PSVR games yet, and the announcement that a 5-player multiplayer mode was coming our way via a free patch was something I never expected to see. But Beat Games missed the planned October 13th date, and somehow the delay isn't a week or 2 weeks or even a month. In fact, even though other VR headsets got the multiplayer update on time, PSVR gamers are going to have to wait until January to play it, and that's if everything goes as planned. As it stands, it's a pretty straightforward high score mode, so hopefully by the time it gets to us, it'll include a few more options that'll make it even more fun to play. Speaking of awesome updates to awesome games, No Man's Sky is getting a huge multiplayer update, according to the pages of the official PlayStation Magazine UK. In a small Q&A aside, there's a pretty casual mention of increasing the party count from 4 players to 32 players. But if you're looking for something a little more immediate, No Man's Sky Halloween update, known as version 3.05, is out now, featuring rebalanced derelict freighters with a new element known as tainted metal, and the possibility of discovering some highly valuable quicksilver. After 3 years in the making, Martin Pole Studios' ALBO is finally inching closer and closer to launch. This 5v5 shooter seems to be delivering on all the requests of PSVR gamers, everything from multiple game modes to aim support and more, and the closed beta is starting now in North America. If you haven't signed up yet, hit up the ALBO website to get in line for one of the 1,000 keys they're giving out. Expect news on the European beta soon. This week, developer Monologic Games showed off yet another level in their upcoming game Then VR Adventure. It looks great, sounds great, and we can't wait to see more.
Fight from the front lines! Build gnarly towers! Firework launchers! Pinata catapults!
Coming to PlayStation VR the first half of 2021, suit up as Captain Toonhead in an FPS tower defense adventure designed exclusively for VR. Master an outlandish arsenal and take control of wacky towers to overcome a cyberpunk army and become the hero Earth needs.
A first-person tower defense in VR!
Thank you guys so much for tuning into another episode of PSVR
This week. We'll be back next week to keep you up to date on all the VR games coming to the PlayStation Store.
But keep in mind that no one outside of Sony really knows what games are coming when.
But we'll do our best to keep you up to date each and every week on PSVR This Week.